Hi, I'm Jared.
And I'm David.
And this week on Hood Slappers, we're going to be reviewing the 2024 Honda Prologue.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
It seems that everywhere you look today, there's some bad news lurking about with regards to electric vehicles. Ford and Chevy completely revamping their EV structure, Tesla's massive MSRP drops, Volkswagen production halts, Hyundai batteries, and the Cybertruck. It's just ugly. So why, after all this, does Honda still insist on bringing out their very first fully electric SUV, the Honda Prologue?
Well, Jared, like any book, it's important not to judge it by its cover. We need to look at the beginning, middle, and end.
Is that Moby Dick? Hey, I love Moby Dick. Have you read that?
From cover to cover. Oh. Just working on the middle part.
As the name Prologue would suggest, this is only the beginning of Honda's EV journey. But it seems enticing enough that we want to move forward and learn more about Honda's first EV SUV. Because if this is only the beginning, we have so much to look forward to. Now, I've been looking forward to the Honda Prologue for quite some time, and now that it's finally here, the California-designed SUV has that awkward task of trying to fit in with the rest of the Honda lineup. So where does this fit?
Well, being 192 inches long, it makes it 8 inches longer than the CR-V. With its length interior size, it makes it similar to the Passport size-wise. Well,
it also tows 1,500 pounds, which is more similar to the CR-V.
And its horsepower is similar to the Pilot.
So, wait, I'm confused. So, where does it fit?
I don't know anymore.
I'll tell you where it fits. Right here. Well, our interest is piqued, so why don't we read on through to the beginning of this SUV story? But for our sake, that would be the front.
Now, if you've landed on our channel, you've probably already watched a number of professional reviews, and they've likely mentioned about the merger of GM and Honda.
Now, before anyone loses their cool about that, remember, no matter how bad it gets, it will never be as bad as the Dodge-Volkswagen merger.
It's also important to know that this merger is only temporary, and Honda plans to be fully independent of GM by 2026.
Now, when we say merger, we really just mean GM's assisting with the platform. It's the same platform they use on the Cadillac Lyriq and the Blazer EV. Both vehicles we have reviewed, and you can watch those right here.
Oh, Jared, they're actually up there.
What? Oh. Well, despite the platform being from GM, the suspension and the rest of the vehicle is truly from the minds of Honda.
And when looking at the front, it's nice to see an electric vehicle that isn't obnoxiously EV. From the Prologue's LED lights, black accents, and smaller Honda logo, the Prologue stays humble in a world of loud EVs. But best of all, there is no frunk. Because as we both keep saying,
we need to fire David.
What?
Huh? Well, how about that Prologue, folks? Let's see what else is in here.
Now, how about the middle of the book, or in our case, the interior? What is that like in the Honda Prologue?
Honda has made a huge effort to come out of the EV gate with everything they have. The Prologue offers 3 different trim levels with a list of standard features that might surprise you. What are those standard features? Well, let's go inside and take a look. David, what are you doing?
Well, I'm Googling how to open the door. With these electric vehicles, it's never easy. Oh, that was easy. Show off.
Other side.
The Prologue offers standard features like Google built-in, wireless CarPlay, 2 large screens, and a universal garage door remote.
Now, of course, there are some great features when you upgrade to the EXL or the touring model that we have here, like a fully panoramic roof,
heads-up display,
Bose stereo,
ventilated seats.
I'm sorry, what is that in your hand?
Oh, this? Oh, well, when you said we were going to do this review, I didn't quite understand. I thought maybe we were going to a rally in support of wood. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew I was pro-log.
Are you or someone in your family affected by dad jokes? Do you need help but don't know who to turn to? Then we want to hear from you. Every day, millions of men, women, and children are affected by a battering of dad jokes. All it takes is one email. You can write us at info@hoodslappers.com. And remember, you're not alone.
Hey, what do you call a fish with no eyes?
Get
a fish. Now lastly, the end of the book, or in our case, the rear of the prologue, or as I call it, the epilogue. What kind of space are we working with here?
Well, we have space that's very hard to beat in the rear seats of the Prologue, as it has more legroom than both the ID4, the Ioniq 5, and the Aria.
They sound like band names.
No, unfortunately, those are vehicle names. However, if you are in a band, rest assured that you can fit all your gear in here, as we have a maximum space of 1,634 liters of maximum cargo volume. But I do have one issue with the rear of the Prologue.
What's that?
Well, it seems a bit petty, but Honda removed the H on the back of the car and put the words Honda, but they used all lowercase letters instead of uppercase. It creates less symmetry.
Yeah, I think they should have done all uppercase. That would have been a capital idea.
Yeah, but good news is I did bring my own Honda logo, so if we do want to put this on, we can.
Where'd you get that?
I took it off that crappy Honda over there.
My Honda?
David, stay in character.
Okay, well, let's go take a ride and discuss other people's issues with the Prologue, like those pesky interior controls.
Well, David, here we are in the 2024 Honda Prologue. I've been waiting for this for a long time. What are your first impressions?
I like it. I like it. I like how quiet it is, I'll tell you that much. It's like very hush, hush, hush. What about you?
I do like it a lot. This is, you know, we've done the Lyric, we've done the Blazer as well. Similar, but it's different enough that I like it. This is still different from those vehicles. It's still very Honda-like, comfortable. The seats are comfortable. We're in the Touring model. It's a top trim, so we have everything you can possibly imagine. And it's nice that this is Honda's first attempt, and it's so good. And I say that because, you know, when the Prologue was mentioned, it was going to pair with another brand. I just thought, yeah, that never works out well. There's always a cheapness factor, and it's not here. I mean, everything here is nice, good quality. And yeah, I think they did a great job. And Honda's not done because they're going to invest $15 billion.
15 billion.
Billion.
15 billion.
In just basically everything EV. Rumor has it here in Canada, you know, they're going to start production, because right now this is made in Mexico, do some production maybe in Alliston, but rumor has it there could be 3 plants total that cater to Honda's EV future. We'll see. It's just rumor, but we'll see.
I love this made in Mexico. It's designed in California. Yeah, it's a Japanese car. It's kind of...
It's the best of everything, I guess.
Honda would be very proud, that's what I'm going to say.
Who?
Eddie Honda, the guy who invented Honda.
The guy from Street Fighter?
Yeah, didn't he...
Invented Honda?
Yeah, did he not?
No, yeah. No, that would be Soichiro Honda after the war. You thought Honda created Honda.
Yeah, when he's all smashing all those cars.
You thought those were Hondas?
Yeah.
That he sponsored?
Okay, maybe I got my facts wrong. You never trust Wikipedia these days.
Well, you know, that is true. That's the first thing you did say that is true.
I do have one fact that is, I do think is true though, that more Honda engines have won the Indy 500 than any other engine.
Well, Honda has built the more combustible engines than anybody else in the world, which is interesting because they're pulling the rug now from them with all these electric EV mandates. So Honda was very good with the combustion engine. We'll see how good they are with EVs, so it will be an interesting take.
So there are 3 trim levels you can get with this vehicle, starting with EX around $62,000, up to the Touring, which is what we're in, with about 10,000 extra, around 72,000.
72,000. Okay. Well, how does that compare with the rest of the Honda lineup?
I believe it is the most expensive Honda available in the country.
I think it's the most expensive starting MSRP, more than the Ridgeline, the Odyssey, all those guys.
Yeah. But as well, you got to remember there is the rebate that comes with it too.
That's true. Actually, in Canada, this does qualify for the federal $5,000 rebate that you can qualify for, and you can get that put onto your vehicle upon delivery through the dealership.
Or if you're in the States, the rebate is $7,500. Right. In Canadian, which is about 20,000.
Which, I mean, that pays for most of the car. That's a big chunk, right? But yeah, I mean, people say EVs are more expensive. They are. I mean, when you compare this with, I don't know, the direct competitors, the Mustang Mach-E, Ioniq 5, ID4, this is more expensive. Will that change when Honda's on their own? I don't know. Maybe this merger is costing them more, but we'll see what happens down the road. But 62,000 just over is your starting point.
Yeah, like 62,122.
Right. Well, David, as we said before, as you said actually before we got in the car, one of the complaints about the Prologue is the, and I quote, pesky controls in the vehicle. So I'm driving. Why don't you?
I'm going to test the peskiness right here. I'll test the peskiness.
Rate it between 1 and 10 on the pesky scale.
Oh, that's pretty pesky, right? Pretty pesky. Pretty pesky. I'd say I'd give it 2.9 on a pesky scale. But the pesky scale only goes up to 4. Don't think it's out of 10. That's 2.9 out of 4.
2.9 out of 4.
Pretty pesky. What do you think? I don't know what the big deal is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's to me it's almost normal. It's like every car. Up here, this is perfect in my ideas. This is Google built in. I mean, Google does a magnificent job of that. And these are called buttons.
Yeah.
And what you do is you push them to get a reaction.
Oh, wow.
This is your fan speed. I don't think they're pesky. I think that's just, again, you know you have a good car when they come up with stupid stuff like that to tell you how it's not that great of a car. That's nothing. Or the speed of the windows going up. Something like that. It's, well, that doesn't matter. It must be a good car because that's all they can come up with.
Yeah.
Well, David, these cup holders, we got to talk about those because Honda insists on stating that these cup holders can hold a 32-ounce water bottle.
That's
now, we don't have a 32-ounce water bottle.
Wait a minute. Speak, ask, and you shall receive. Well, look at that over here. Oh, hey, buddy. Thank you.
Now, wait a minute. That is a 40-ounce water bottle. Fits right in there.
Like a glove.
40 ounces. That's even better. So you learned that today. It's not just 32.
40.
40.
So why do you think it did take Honda so long to bring this out?
You know what? To me, this whole Honda EV thing, I think of it like Cito Gaston. Cito Gaston was the manager of the Blue Jays from, well, he won 2 World Series, 92, 93. My mom hated Cito Gaston because he would... Yeah, absolutely. Because he would leave his pitchers in, and if they were starting to crash and burn, he would leave them in. But his idea was leave them in so they can get better. And that worked. Obviously, they won the 2 World Series. But Honda just didn't really get into the game too much. They let everybody else do it, and they watched. And by doing that, they came out with an electric vehicle that is better than most of the electric vehicles that came out in the beginning. And they've learned from everybody else, paired with one of them, and now they came up with this. So they played the waiting game, and I think it paid off. They came up with a nicer vehicle than I would have expected for a first try. Well, David, Honda used to have trouble with one big thing they neglected, and that was the passenger seat. It had all the controls. You can go forward, you can go back, you can recline, but we want to know, does the passenger seat go up, and does it go down? Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. Here we go. Going up.
Now, how high does it go? Let's take a look. Yeah,
it's going high.
Oh boy,
higher than Willie Nelson right now.
How was that?
Oh.
How was that?
Oh, that was a rush. That was a rush. I was high. I was flying high. Did you see me?
We saw you. We heard you too.
Yeah. So, have you actually read this?
There is a bookmark in there.
Yeah.
That shows where I left off. It is a hard read. I do want to read it. There I am. What page did I get?
Page 82.
82, and that was probably 10 years ago.
Clam or cod, she repeated. That's where you ended.
That's where I got derailed.
Yeah, I've never read it. To be honest, Wales, Wales, they're very, I don't know, they're very sexual, Wales.
Are they?
Like, they're overtly sexual.
And why is that?
Because it's Moby Dick. Moby Dick,
I
and
guess...
then Free Willy.
Yeah,
and then the guy from the one who killed all the people in that Blackfish documentary, Till I Come. Till I Come. Potato.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on sperm whales either.
No, I believe me.
That's just makes it
keep you away from that.
I know. I don't want it to get awkward. Sorry, awkward. Awkward. I don't want it. There she blows. Okay. Damn your eyes. That's what pump stopping for? No. Okay.
Well, I've never finished that book, but as I said earlier, I've watched Star Trek: First Contact. It's basically the same
Pretty
thing.
much the same thing.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, like a good book, the Honda Prologue left me wanting more. This vehicle is indeed Honda's prologue to pages and pages of an electric future. And whether or not government mandates change down the road, it's nice to know what a brand like Honda can do when they wait for the right timing and wow us with a vehicle like this. What I do know is that Honda offers one of the best electric SUVs on the market today, from the front to the middle and to the end. So with that, we'll close the chapter on this review and give the 2024 Honda Prologue my hood slap of approval.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. There's no Prologue in here.
What?
Damn you, Ishmael.
A big thanks goes to our friends at Cambridge Center Honda for allowing us to use this 2024 Honda Prologue. If you're in the market for one, go see them at 227 Hespeler Road in Cambridge, Ontario.